Already 5 after 7.
But see, Phil sent out a link and it's not working. So I wonder how many people have Phil's link. I just sent him a text.
I'm going to mute until he calls quiet.
I'm trying to get see the beer.
Sources of wisdom rediscovered. May sorrow and sighing vanish from our midst. May your tenderness and pity, justice and compassion govern our lives always. We praise you, God of kindness and justice. May malice abate and ill will perish. May hatred cease and arrogance quickly wither in our lifetime. We praise you, God, whose awesome power helps good to triumph over evil. For the loving and the righteous, for the learned and the wise, for the stranger and for our own selves as well, may your mercy appear and your justice be made manifest. May we be counted among the good. May we never regret having trusted in you. We praise you, God, strength of the just, root of our confidence.
Friends, we continue with the reading on page 1 in your packets. Please join me antiphonally. Before we begin, just a quick note that I hope everybody has put their cell phones on silent. And if not, maybe you could make my wish come true now. We are gathered together to remember the slaughter the heart could not bear. My heart is my witness. I have taken an oath to remember it all. We are gathered together in the presence of 6 million loved ones. Our fathers, our mothers, our babies, now still. My heart is my witness. I have taken an oath to remember it all. Tears stain our cheeks. Our hearts break with grief. So little is left. A lock of hair, a shoe, a prayer. My heart is my witness. I have taken an oath to remember all. But we are survivors. We are redeemed. We rend the bitterness from our hearts. We celebrate our deliverance. My heart is my witness. I have taken an oath to remember all. More than one enemy has risen against us, but a power divine and almighty sustains us. Hear, O Israel, for my people I swear, to confront evil, to work and pray for peace, to respond to human need. We are truly blessed, for we are the mighty, the first generation of free men and women. With the eagles of heaven, we drink from the fountains of freedom. In memory of those who perished, in honor of those yet unborn. Whenever liberty or life is threatened, give us the strength to right the wrong. Forever on our lips shall be the words, for Jerusalem's sake, I will not be silent. For Jerusalem's sake, I will not be still. Please join me. Now, more than ever, we are one. Rabbi Kerber will lead us in the meditation by Jules Harlow.
As we light these memorial candles, we vow never to forget the lives of Jewish men, women, and children who are symbolized by these flames. They were tortured and brutalized by beasts. Their lives were taken in cruelty. May we be inspired to learn more about our 6 million brothers and sisters as individuals and as communities, to recall their memory throughout the year so that they will not suffer a double death. May we recall not only the terror of their deaths, but the splendor of so many of their lives. May the memories of their lives inspire us to hallow our own lives and to live meaningful Jewish lives, so that we help to ensure that part of who they were shall endure always. And I'd like to invite Mr. Phil Landy, representing the second generation.
Tonight we gather to remember and to mourn the 6 million who perished in the Holocaust. We pledge the words we shall never forget, as simple as we reiterate the words Manishtana Halayla Hazeh from the Haggadah year after year. But do we do what it takes to be sure that it never happens again? Are our eyes open to blatant anti-Semitism that surrounds us daily? Are we taking note of our own organizations that close their eyes instead of standing up and shouting? Are we teaching our children about Israel and about our heritage? Or are we opening a door to J Street and other organizations composed of Jewish activists that do not know or want to know reality? We all need to be accountable for as it is written, all Israel is responsible for one another. Whether we experience anti-Semitism personally or hear about it from our children or in the news, we are responsible to remind the world, as well as ourselves, never again, for we shall never forget. This year, the pandemic has diminished our ability to gather here in the sanctuary as a congregation. But through the wonder of Zoom and streaming technology, we are both live virtually and in this congregation together at the same time. Some of our candle lighters this evening will be lighting the candles live from their homes, and others are here in the sanctuary with us as we begin to light memorial candles. Unlike in years past, I will ask you this year to please come and light your candle and then go back to your seat so we can maintain social distancing. I ask Harry Marin to please come and light the first candle. Dee Schwartz is lighting virtually. Dee, are you there? Because I can't see everybody who's here. There she is.
I light this candle in memory of my paternal grandparents and relatives that were killed during the Holocaust.
Candle number 3 will be lit by Art Belcher.
Should I do these?
Yeah, just take one of the lit ones and there you go.
I light this candle in memory of my grandparents on both sides and aunts and uncles that were killed during the Holocaust, and in memory of my parents.
Jim Schwartz, will you please come forward and light the 4th candle?
I light this candle in memory of my maternal grandparents and my aunts and uncles who died in Auschwitz.
Howard Gross will join us virtually to light the 5th candle.
There we go. I light this candle in memory of the Gross family members and the Simon family members that gave their lives in the Holocaust, and for all the 6 million Jews and all the other people that were killed in the Holocaust. May their memories be a blessing.
The 6th candle will be lit by the 3rd generation. Evan, Brittany, and Sarah Landy, please come forward.
We light this candle in memory of our great-grandparents who lost their lives at Auschwitz, and our grandfather who was able to escape.
Thank you and Yashikoa to our candle lighters. And I would be remiss if I did not say a special Yashikoa to my friend Phil. It is his tenacity that ensures that no matter what, even a pandemic, we will light 6 candles on Erev Yom HaShoah. And we've done it again. Yashikoa, Phil. Thank you. The rest of our service, my friends, is brief, and we will please rise for the remaining parts of the service, beginning with El Moli Rachamim, the prayer for those who have perished, sung by Chazan Giora Sharon.
נשים זקנים וטף שנהרגו משנשרפו משנשמדו ושנקברו חיים אשר מסרו נפשותיהם לקידוש השם שהלכו לעולמו בעבור שאנו מתפללים בעד הזכרת נשמתם בגן עדן בגן עדן תהיה מנוחתם אנא באו לרחמים הסתירני בסתר כנפיך לעולמים וצרור בצרור החיים את נשמתם אדוני ונחלתם ינוחו בשלום על פזורי משכבותיהם ונאמר
Let us say Kaddish. Let us say Kaddish not only for the dead, but for the living who have forgotten the dead. And let the prayer be more than a prayer, more than a lament. Let it be an outcry of protest and defiance. And above all, let it be an act of remembrance. For that is what the victims wanted, to be remembered, at least to be remembered. Just as the killer was determined to erase Jewish memory, so were the dying heroes and fighting martyrs bent on maintaining it alive. They are now being defamed or forgotten, which is like killing them a second time. Let us say Kaddish together and not allow others to betray them posthumously. The Kaddish we will recite tonight has become known as the Martyrs' Kaddish. You will immediately see why when you look on page 5. I'd like to ask Rabbi Kerber to join me now, and we will lead together the Martyrs' Kaddish. But if you do the Hebrew.
Okay. Yit Gadal,
Kishinev,
V'yit Kadash,
Warsaw,
Shemei Rabbah,
Auschwitz,
Be'alma, Yivarach Hirutei,
Dachau,
Ve'amlich Malchutei,
Buchenwald,
V'chayechon Yomechon,
Babayar,
Uvchayech Duchol Beit Yisrael,
Baghdad,
Ba'agal Vizman Kariv,
Hebron,
Ve'imru,
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam U'Me'omaya.
Yitbarach V'yishtabach,
Kfar Etzion,
V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam,
Mainz,
V'yitnaseh V'yithadar,
Terezin,
Viet Ale, Viet Halal,
Treblinka,
Shemay Dekucha, Barichu,
Bergen-Belsen,
La'ela, La'ela,
Vilna,
Mikol Birchata V'shirata,
Usha,
Tush B'chata V'nechemata,
Masada,
D'amiran Ba'alma,
Jerusalem.
V'imru.
Amen.
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 Yehei
Shlama Rabba min Shemaya, V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Remember Us by Rabbi Ben-Sion Boxer. The earth has grown a fresh layer of green to conceal the bloodstains. The smoke from the craters and the ovens now dismantled has vanished in the sky. The cries of anguish have grown silent. God has kept the covenant with humanity that life shall have rebirth. But piercing the silence, I hear God's lament for God's slain children, slain by their brother Cain, and I hear the blood of the innocent crying out from earth and sky. Remember us, remember us.
My friends, as we move towards the conclusion of our service, it's my turn to say thank you to my friend and holy colleague, Rabbi Kerber, and to the membership of Congregation Beth Shalom for joining with us tonight in remembering the victims of the Shoah and the heroism and the resistance and the defiance. All are remembered tonight. I actually like very much how the cover of the pamphlet looks, the congregations of Shari Tefillah and Beth Shalom. It's so much nicer to be able to share things together. We'll conclude in our traditional way with the singing of Hatikva, and by American flag code, a national anthem from another nation sung in America is followed by the Star-Spangled Banner. So we will conclude with the two national anthems that I think it's safe to say are the most important in all of our hearts. Let me ask Chazan Sharon to lead us first in Hatikva.
Lord, balev afkenima, nefesh yehudi omiya, ulfatem mizrach kadima, ayin letzion Sophia. Tikvateinu, Hatikva b'shnot alpayim, liyotam chofshi be'artzeinu, Eretz Zion Yerushalayim, liyotam chofshi be'artzeinu, Eretz Zion Yerushalayim.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the church bells were singing. ever, when free men shall stand between their loved home and the war's desolation, blessed with victory and peace. May the heaven-rescued land praise the power that hath made and preserved us a nation. Then conquer we must when our cause it is just, and this be our motto: in God is our trust. And the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Am Yisrael Chai. Thank you, everybody.
Baruch to you.